Welcome back, everyone. So how do you interpret straight, personally, from the sandbank? Head straight from the sandbank. I feel like I should basically just be able to comb the floor from everywhere. Cloud of sand coming from a depression on the ocean floor. I should feel like I should be able to just sit here in the sand everywhere and it should all be fine. Also, are all of these penguins king penguins, by the way? I think they are. That would also make sense. I just found to be missing a certain kind of penguin. Yeah, there are no sharks over here, so it must not be over here that we're looking for stuff in the sand. It says head straight from. So that means we're leaving the sandbank at some point, though. At some point it feels like. It also says after where the sharks hang out. So it shouldn't be this area here. Still really I would say straight, because it's actually quite difficult to go, depending on what altitude you're at, it's quite difficult to go straight from the sandbanks. Okay, so there's a goby. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be kicking up any sand. I'm not seeing a depression here, so I don't feel like that's what I was being hinted towards, but I could be wrong. Also, it's where the sharks are. Well, that's one. It's one of the two. In fact, see if that one does anything of interest. Nope. You can see its description though, so that means we're missing one thing. That's probably the last thing we need. I don't think that goby was what I was looking for. Whatever 24 is. Well, I know what 24 is, I just don't know where it is. It's the dragonfish. It's the leafy dude. Which would make sense if they were in the kelp. It makes me wonder if they're actually going to be on the southern portion. I don't know if that was... It was so... That goby was so small and whatnot, I would not be surprised if that was what the hint was talking about, even though it didn't quite all add up with what the hint seemed to be saying. On the other hand, though, I still have a hard time seeing because it's still fairly small, even though it's very yellow and whatnot. But this leafy dude, I would think that if they're leafy, that it would be because they blend in with the fauna here. If they were amidst the vegetation. See if I can find something yellow in the midst of all of this. I cannot see kelp in a game like this without thinking of the kelp scene in Endless Ocean. As silly as that scene was. The kelp forest. This is just my guess for where I would expect a species like that to be, though. I haven't even looked to see if you can look things up for this game online. I've been wondering if there'd be a point eventually where I would have to do so. This may be it, because I've spent a lot of time exploring this one area, trying to find the last few things here. And I've gotten quite close. There's still a little bit left. I feel smart. Okay. I actually managed to correctly predict where it was. That feels kind of nice. I'm surprised the game doesn't give you any hints for that one, though. Jeez. I guess the hint comes in the form of the fish search level. Telling you that it exists, and then, as I did here, you can predict from the fact that it exists and it looks and is named the way it is that it would be in the kelp area. And the fact there's not much of anything else to find in the kelp area. Anyways, let's swim back to shore. It's not usually how one scuba dives, I don't think. One usually dives off a boat, but here we are. I still think it would have been really cool if there was a more obvious connection between the underground portions and the above ground portions. Alright, up we go. Unfortunately, unlike in this ocean, you cannot stick your head out of the water here. Oh, cool, but there's more to do. Yes! That's funny, so you don't... So the game tells you, okay, you've done enough, you don't need to do any more. I could quit right now. Once you unlock the Mystery Sea. So the Mystery Sea is all just, a bonus. Oh, well, no, actually, no, you can't complete the fish search that way. Alright, well, I would like to start this with its own episode, but at the same time, we've already done more than enough stuff in that last level in terms of episode number, so we'll have Mystery Sea now. Welcome to the Mystery Sea. Evidently, it goes quite deep, because, one, our maximum diving depth is very friggin' deep, and nothing has explored that yet. Interesting. There is one hint, also, for the Mystery Ocean. For the Mystery Sea, I mean. That I have not actually read. Or more like I've not read it in a very long time. I want to clear the waters. Squid. Oh, I didn't look at the dragonfish's description. I should do that later. Dolphin. Yes, there's still stuff hidden here too. It doesn't look like it's going to be as labyrinthine as Coral. I think perhaps it's more just supposed to be like a kind of a cool bonus area for you to have fun and do something different in. That's kind of a reward for having 100%ed everything else. Downward current. It's weird that you would tell me that. Jeez! Game! This is just a whale shark again. What? There. I hear an actual whale too, I think. Geez, everyone's making a cameo here. Just making sure these aren't new varieties of things I've already seen before. Here's the squid. Yeah, evidently, at least a couple parts of those go very deep. I always like doing the less deep stuff first, though. So I'll get to the deep ones eventually. Okay, but this is a little too tempting. Usually in this series, if you see a hole like hidden up against a wall, it's something secret. That's how this series works. Although I think this will spit me out somewhere in the crevice. Yeah, I'll go into the crevice eventually, but phew. I gotta work up the nerve to do that. Is that a really strong downward current? How's that happen? This place feels kind of dangerous. Blue water. Here's how it gets up to that area to the north, though. Oh, wait. No, you're different sizes. Like, the size must matter. There must be some kind of distinction to make here. You're just a dolphin. Are you just a dolphin too? Yeah. So they're... the game doesn't distinguish between big and small dolphins, I guess. I'm curious though how it gets to that northern area. I get the impression... it makes it look like there's a wall between the two. So maybe you have to go a little bit deeper to get into it? Or something like that? So we might find that once we start going down into the crevice and whatnot. Good looking impression on that rock there. I guess where we started. Not much in the way of new species yet. But that's probably mostly because we haven't gone deep anywhere. Plant life is fish too. Oh, okay. Friendly belugas. Fortunately, I can't just incessantly rub you like I can in this ocean series. That's right, that game's tagline should just be rub some fish or something. Because that's something you spend an inordinate amount of time doing. Just rubbing and poking fish. We'll have to cut things off in a minute here, though. I am deliberately taking this fairly slowly. I like to kind of savor exploring a new place like this. Okay. That just opens. Arch down there. Oh, jeez. Okay, so actually, so I'm not necessarily at the max level yet, though. I guess I need to remember that. Humpback, I think it's a small humpback. That one was that's really mean to me though, taking away hair like that. But okay, so there are things I'll have to access later. Because there are still more fish to find here, and that means that I can increase my diving level further too. Oh, another cyclone. This one's not even notable enough to be a landmark, though. I got a shipwreck. We'll explore this next time. I think this will be a good thing to have as a teaser for next time. Bye, everyone.